Alright guys, I'm back at it. Sorry for the delay. My red alert was lagging pretty bad and I couldn't find out which program it was making me lag. So I ended up not being able to really cast at all. I was enjoying the casting. I'm back into it now. I'm going to start doing these again. I do apologize for the delay. I'm going to do quite a few of them the next few days, catch back up, because I know some people do like to see these, and this next game I'm going to cast actually is a bit of a treat. I am actually in it, and I don't know the rest of these guys we just played. It's just a 2v2, and it is a very good game. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is worth the watch.
Battle control initialized.
My game, anyway, so what happened was my game would have horrible stutter, and I'm not really sure what it was, but you could kind of play in the first few minutes of the game, and then when you get upwards of probably about 100 units, it really just started to stutter and lag. But looks like they had good team chat. I didn't know on this, but we had pretty good coordination. Otis is I like him. He did very good. I was very pleased with his performance. And this isn't like, the highest ranked players. I think it's more of average-ish. I'm not very good at this game, but this actually did make for a good replay. And so everyone's kind of just gathering the oil derricks. What I'm doing here is I'm putting my attack dog with my infantry in a single cell, and then they have extra range. It's like just a little bit of extra range that they can shoot. Yeah, my teammate got all the oil derricks. I didn't really care, but in return I came over here later on and took my share of ore from over here. So I'm just sending out my squadrons with my dog, and this actually works really well. So if you have your dog in the cell, because there's cells, like there's a cell here, there's a cell there, there's cells everywhere, and they can actually shoot all the way out to here. And if you have your dog in the single cell with 4 infantry or a rocket soldier, if you want to throw one of those in there, they see further and they'll win every engagement. I'll actually show you guys. And this is actually something I came up with. I don't know if people have done it before, but I would really think that I pretty much initially came up with this. But who knows? There might be an OG out there that did this in the first place. Anyway, with the game, as I've been commentating, nothing really happens here. I was really amazed with this game. I actually got excited, and I wanted to cast it, just after it happened, because it's a really, really good game. Like I said, we aren't the highest ranks, I don't think, here, but everyone's at a decent skill cap or a skill level where they can make for good replays like this one. They actually shared the oil derricks over here. I didn't get any, but I wasn't really gonna be greedy about it or care. So now I have 3 squadrons with dogs out. And one thing I like to do, like I'm doing right here, is I inch my dog forward with the infantry. And if you only go 1 cell each time, you'll reveal an enemy. It is micro intensive, but while you're waiting for like war factory or refineries, why not? You can kind of inch forward with your units. And it does work. So if there was a guy here and we ran forward 1 more cell, we could attack him. But this works even more so with a mobile flak. He had a huge infantry blob here. So I'm just kind of scouting out. I figured out they already have this spot locked down. Camo pillbox. I was very cautious. I did not want to get near that, and I was pretty close there. Oh, as you can see here, that's exactly what I was talking about. My infantry outranged their infantry. And it's super effective because when an infantry gets shot, they start to crawl. And crawling makes you slower. Or makes them slower. And you can, with this, I've taken out, I think, 7 to 8 infantry. Taking them head on. You probably even work up to 9 or 10. Depending, you know. And we didn't even have any scouting of this. We didn't know that this was, you know, being taken. I had this squadron here, but I had no idea. There's a spy. So this is kind of the harass I was getting done. And I have a dog here, and I actually pull a dog over just in time, and I get a little bit of extra range here, and you'll see they shoot pretty far now. Get a good little spot on it. Those dogs have an extra, you know, extra vision they give. Just one above the infantry. Here's a rocket soldier. I had no idea. He snuck this right past me. This is where we just found out that this, you know, was in here. And I was actually, you know, kind of panicking. You know, I was like, oh gosh, you know, I gotta pull my army down now. I killed off this ore harvester, but I pulled down my army. I think I had a Tesla coil ready, popped it. Started going to work on the base. I was kind of here. It was kind of stupid, but it did work. I was really good there. That was a good yak attack. Suicide yak. But I was kind of relying on, you know, him to come back up, but he actually didn't. So in turn, I got the MCV. He probably should have came back up, but he did get the, I guess he got the airfield, whatever that counts for. They're not super potent targets or crucial targets to take, you know, if you could get a radar dome or something. So this whole push was kind of, you know, you got an airfield out of it. I left my Tesla coil here because I knew that these barracks were still here. I should have probably just taken them out, but it's not gonna hurt anything staying there. Come up, put my construction yard down, and waste the Tesla coil. I was really worried here because he has artillery. It only took about 2 shots to basically level that army I had. So they're already up on tech. Their GPS is coming online. And I really didn't pay too much attention to that, but it is kind of concerning. At the time, I didn't really, you know, see it pop up. But I got another Tesla coil up, and now I'm just harassing this whole ore patch, and you can only, there's not very much you can do with it now. And I think Beef Raider was more of the newer player here, but he still did pretty good. I mean, I'm not very good either. So now I'm up on tanks, getting my tanks rolling out here. He's actually all the way up to Heinz already, and he was harassing this Tesla coil, but it was repairing fast enough to where it was okay. My teammate's telling me it's being attacked. So this is one of the biggest problems. Oh, that was their ping. He was on a demo truck that. Huh. But well, anyway, one of the biggest problems we had was actually eco. As you can see, these fields are already dried up, and that started to become a problem for me because I was, you know, making everything I could. Planes, eventually here, tanks, you name it. I mean, everybody's really broke here. I actually had the most cash on hand, but still, I guess that is kind of just a problem on this map. The oil derricks are really important, you know, on this map. I think they are. You might only think they're only 300, but that's just under an ore harvester. And you know, they do add up really fast with 3 of them. And now, this is where I started to get worried again, because this artillery, you know, you can counter them, but when they're camping on the base, it's virtually impossible without the Iron Curtain, because that flak guns just kind of ruin the day. They already had a nuke popped too, so there's even more pressure coming on. So me and my teammate were starting to really feel the pressure here with artillery shooting, helicopters coming in. Just that nuke counting down now. So now I decided this Tesla coil was really annoying. I'm just gonna take my V2 and go to work on it. Go for artillery there. Pretty much a waste. Wasn't worth taking out the single artillery, I don't think. But you get a Tesla coil. Looks like T was thinking about doing something here, but he has a lot of, my teammate has a lot of infantry here. So now I'm so broke, I decided that this MCV would be better off over here now. I mean, I have everything that I kind of need over here for the time being. It wasn't an immediate threat. There's nothing that could really get over here. And this is where I lose my MCV. It's really unfortunate because now I can't put any defenses down. Artillery is just smacking away. And this is, you know, we're starting to recede here and lose our foothold. And again, that bomb's just counting down. You gotta go on a scouting run. Find a artillery fresh off the assembly. See, if I would have had my MCV here, could have popped a Tesla, took out 3 of these guys. I think it's 3. Might be. I think it's 1 Zappa thing. There was a huge hit there. I lost so much. 2 missiles and a bunch of infantry. 4 or 5. And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to leave this open over here. Because I still think these oil derricks are really important because the ore fields really deplete quickly. You don't want to leave this open like he did. I mean, he was coming over to save him now, but I mean, he used rocket soldiers. We want to defend these at all costs. So now, more importantly, he brought up the construction yard, and I didn't like that. So I decided to bring what forces I had over. You know, got my pennies and dimes together and had this army come over and do what they could. And they repelled it too. If you had another Tesla coil, it would have, you know, stopped that. So now the battle line is about here. This is the heated area. He's pushing his tanks in, and now this is another problem. They have gap generators, and it was really shitty because now they have an AA gun, 3 artillery, just basically taking free shots. Can't do anything about it with this AA gun here, and you can't tell it's there because it's gap generator. So it's really well played. And they're base pushing with a Tesla coil, so it basically is just eradicating this area. A minute ago, if you did see, I did tell right here that I was gonna try to get Iron Curtain up because these artillery, that's basically your best counter, is Iron Curtain. My teammate did really good here at repelling that initial attack, or I guess I thought he did good. It's actually really undefended. You probably thought there was more like static defenses, so I can't blame him there. All the oil derricks are gone now. He actually had a MiG, I didn't know that. So now my planes are back here, and I'm scouting out trying to find this nuke frantically because we got 2 minutes down on it. Take my planes, and I go in for the kill. Didn't even see the AA gun. Lose half my air force. Going for a desperate run. Oh no. It has no health. Calling in the paratroopers, the lifesavers. Over here, the base battle and the artillery is just destroying each other. Here comes the cavalry trying to take on this missile silo. And there it goes. 250 bucks in the pocket. Missile silo down. Threat eliminated. But the war is still brewing and is just heated over here. These artillery just non-stop. You can see all the chevrons they had. So I scouted out. And I did get my Iron Curtain up, so, and you can see I had my mobile flax queued up. Came in with a bombing run. Stopped all of them artillery from firing. And if you just look at our money, I actually had the highest money here. I was floating by whatever chance. I think what I did was I really stopped making infantry because these artillery were basically, well, this is what I did, is these artillery were basically just so pertinent in destroying infantry that I kind of stopped for a little while on making infantry, and I really focused on that nuke. And this was a really important part right here. They did have GPS, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Just side note. Yeah. So I basically told him that to make shock troopers, which he started doing right away, which I was happy with, and I was getting my Iron Curtain ready. He actually had one too. Oh, this guy doesn't even know what a demo is. That's kind of embarrassing. He plays pretty good for not knowing what a demo truck is. But yeah, my plan was that this was not going to sit very long without basically killing us off. So here comes my Iron Curtain. I kind of failed it, but it works. 3 of them's pretty good to have. 5 would have been better. And I go in for all these artillery. All the artillery basically getting shredded here. Tessacoil is basically frantically just getting frustrated and pissed off trying to kill these things off. Construction yard almost goes down. Well, not almost goes down, but it got hammered there. So now what do? We stopped the artillery for now, but kind of suspected that that was just going to be a relentless force that was going to keep pushing us. My teammate took his shock troopers and tried to warn off these guys. It actually worked for the time being. I go for a scouting run here. And this is where my best play of the game happens. So I got my demo truck up, and I knew his shock trooper mass was growing. and my Iron Curtain was about ready, so I got my flak trucks getting ready to go in. I have MiGs being produced. Actually, I already have a bunch of them. A bunch of yaks. They have a, you know, this is a pretty big stronghold, and it's defended by a gap generator, so I mean, there wasn't much that we could have did. There was, I mean, there's only one option, that was Iron Curtain, to really get through this without basically breaking the bank. And at that point, we didn't really have a bank. I had some money. So here comes a demo truck, slowly trucking along, and I'm really surprised. This is honestly, it's a good play, but I'm really surprised they didn't see this. Maybe they did and they just ignored it, but demo trucks actually are kind of fast. They actually have a nice little speed amount to them. So now here's the shock troopers. You know, that's a good amount right there. That's pretty potent, you know, if used right. I got my flak trucks basically ready. The demo truck gets all the way in here, and look at the carnage. Just, I land it right on the helipad. Basically silence any of their, you know, buildings, because he's bottlenecked on power. Let's see what his power is. Yeah, his power got absolutely massacred. And so now I Iron Curtained to take out all the artillery. He's basically running for his life with his artillery. Otis takes note. These Teslas aren't microed, and they're just basically going in on these flaks. So these few shock troopers are going to go in, and you can see they instant kill these Tesla coils and everything. It's a beautiful sound, just how fast those guys basically disintegrate. My flak's just still eating everything that they're shooting at it. And so then my flaks, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pause it. My flaks come in, and they're just chewing up all the artillery and V2s. And this was so fast. This all happened in probably 20 seconds, and the whole game just basically flop-sided. I kind of overcommitted with the rockets there, but my jets come in, finish off all resistance that could have really did anything to these shock troopers. And he actually had a demo truck queued up, so this was, you know, just in time. And then I realized there's a demo truck. Save my friend's shock troopers. And that was really it. I kind of commentated on this from my perspective, because that's just easier to do. But at the end of the day, it's one of my better plays. I shouldn't have got away with, you know, having the demo truck go around like that. Had they paid attention, they could have saved themselves and probably won this game. The demo truck changed everything, because the AA guns also powered down. So I kind of just went in and went in. But a good game. These guys, very solid players. Otis did very well. He worked with me very well. And thanks for watching. More to come soon. I got my game fixed, and I'm running at all kinds of FPS now. Till next time. See you.